Me and Big Boy used to literally pray every night. Lord, really, we just want to be good rappers. That was our prayer. It was called like a rapper's prayer. Like, Lord, we really just want to be good rappers. And we did that. And it's kind of like, now we're seeing that it's happened. I love that it's happened. Like, I don't regret any of that. But it's kind of like now that I'm at a certain level, I miss certain things about normalcy. And like, I'm an only child, so I've always kind of been to myself anyway. I kind of like my solitary kind of chill life. And I think you do have a choice.
But you could still live the other way if you wanted to. Are you ever like tempted to like?
That's the problem, the balance. Like, I do have an urge because I want to create things. Like, I'm happiest when I'm creating things. And I was talking to my manager and publicist. I had to really ask myself, do you want to possibly be famous again? Like, do you want to turn it up again? And I was like, well, I'll just put the record out and just don't do any press for it or anything like that. But then it's kind of a disservice to the music because I want people to like check it out. I want people to hear it. I had to find some balance.
We've been a little coy. You have a whole flute album now.
I wouldn't call it a flute album. It's an album, but I am playing wind instruments. There was a certain point where I just didn't know where else to go. You know, I didn't, like even now, like people think, oh man, he's just sitting on raps, or like he's just holding these raps hostage. Like, I ain't got no raps like that. Like it actually feels, sometimes it feels inauthentic for me to rap because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. Like, I'm 48 years old, and not to say that age is a thing that dictates what you rap about, but in a way it does. And like the things that happen in my life, like what do you talk? Like, I got to go get a colonoscopy. Like, what do you what do you rap about? You know what I mean? Like my eyesight is going bad. Like,
but you're not just any rapper. Like, you're a top 5, you know, to many people. To me, it's like you're basically being like, I have a very beautiful sports car in the garage, but I choose never to drive it, you know? Which is your talent.
Talent is one thing, but honestly, I think timing and momentum is more important than talent and the energy of it. Like, talent, it's a lot of people with talent. And we're seeing that now. Like, there's so many dope people on the internet like that are just raw, but it's your timing, is what you're talking about, is if you're catching the zeitgeist of what's happening in the world. And like, my goal is I want to connect. I'm not talking about nothing that I can't connect with in it.
Have you tried?
It's no use. Yeah, I try all the time. Like, I'm open to producers now, like the young producers, and I get beats all the time. Like, and people send me songs like to get on remixes and stuff like that, but I don't be knowing what to talk about most of the time, you know?
Do you think that's about expectations or lack of self-belief? Like, where do you think that comes from?
Like, I think you're your best and worst critic, and I only work on feeling. Feeling is my only barometer of what I'm doing. Like, I don't feel like I'm the best rapper. I don't feel like I'm the best producer. I don't feel like I'm the best singer, actor, none of that. It's just, for me, my gauge is feeling. And that's always been that way, even within Outkast. Like, if it felt right, I ain't care what other people thought. If it felt right, it was like, I ain't gonna argue with what it feel like. And if it don't feel right to me, which it hasn't in a while, like when it comes to rapping or vocal, you know, type of music, I don't do it.
Go on, jump.
No, I don't want to jump.
Yes, you do. You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack?
Yes, sir.
You know what that does to you? Huh?
No, sir.
It kills your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. Now, when you're destroying your brain cells, you're doing the same thing as killing yourself. You're just doing it slower. Now, I say, if you want to kill yourself, don't fuck around with it. Go on and do it expeditiously. Now, go on and jump. Jump.
No, I don't want to jump.
24/7 hustler. 3 stacks, get your hustle on. 24/7 hustler. 24/7 hustler. 24/7 hustler. 3 stacks, get your hustle on. 24/7 hustler. 24/7 hustler. 24/7 hustler. 3 stacks, get your hustle on. 24/7 hustler. 24/7 hustler. 24/7 hustler. 3 stacks, get your hustle on.
It's a shame, my nigga died. Booming weight, rolling weight, time keys in the G state. I say my nigga was on. I got a brand. He had a Beamer, a Benz, and a candy painted Jag. My nigga was the kingpin of A-Town. The dope gang was on lock like Nino. ish, and the yay was the bait. Don't take this story as a joke. It ain't no joke. It's not funny when you're in the game dealing coke. My nigga came up selling tens. When he got to a block, he never turned his head again. Stacking straight G's. His clientele spread like a motherfucking disease. My nigga had these boys on the corners making snaps. He had about 15 dope traps.
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on.
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on.
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on.
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on. Damn, it's a shame. Another nigga died. And then on the news come a bunch of lies. They say my nigga got caught serving cocaine. But my nigga really got caught slipping in the dice game. Bucking for Lil Joe. When some haters ran up with a nickel plated 44. They put the strap to my nigga's head. And so you move, motherfucker, your ass dead. Now what the fuck was my nigga to do? Never planning on a jet coming from a crew. He made a move, but it proved to be his last. He reached for his pistol, but them niggas smoked his ass. Damn, it's fucked up. You would figure, but it's real fucked up. It had to happen to my nigga. He was a
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on.
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on.
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on.
24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler, 24/7 hustler. 360
Get your hustle on. Off and on. Like in cursive G's. I trap soft, white, long, like you can't see me. 40 watts and hand the spot. Dip a hard to see. Shit some light up on the G. Don't take me light, I'm quick to squeeze. When stacks on stick, I'm hard to please. Boys and men don't bend their knees. Business leaf, Alicia Keys, and R&B with 30 Z. At by 6 to feel my need. Distribute work, got blocks to be. Gives a damn my weed and C. TRI and CIT. Don't ask me why I got supposed to be. Make this paper like I work for me. After that, I done my deed. Execute a plan, then take heed.
Yeah, you know we had to do it for the hustlers, man. They be hustling hard over here on the west side, shout.
How the fuck do guys literally kiss someone on their forehead and say see you later and start planning things like weeks in advance and then just decide like one day that they're just like not interested? Yeah, I don't understand either.
Puffy, he came out with a new album, man, called Love, and he got a song on there called Kim Porter. How you feel about that?
I think that's probably a great thing to do. You know what I'm saying? To honor the person that you said you love. To honor the woman who gave you a scar on your wrist for the rest of your life that you could always look at and remember. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna always remember her. Kim was who Kim was. And then if he ever try to forget her, all he had to do is look at his wrist.
What you mean by that when you say that, Kim Porter gave Puffy a scar?
When they were at home at Kim's house on 110th Street, he wanted to, put his hands on her in the wrong way. And Kim took one of those corkscrews and ripped his wrist up and hit an artery. And when she did that, he had to rush over to St. Luke's Hospital. I met him over there to the hospital. It was me, him, and Kim in the hospital when he was bleeding like crazy.
Right. From your point of view, right, how would you describe Puffy and Kim Porter relationship when you was around?
Oh, it was volatile. It was like, damn it she do, damn it she don't. Like Kim could not be with nobody else and he knew it.
Together, Will's comfortable with that. Will's comfortable with someone fucking his wife when he's there. Is when he's not there is the insecurities, because I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that there's a comfortability when men and women come in to have sex with them. Will's fine with that. So when this happened, like Will kind of went crazy. They would talk about the divorce rumors and so forth and so on. It was big crisis management. Many people tell you Will was driving around California. I mean, he's gone. He brought Dwayne a club called Zen Lounge, and Will would come in there and just be drinking and this wasn't the Will. And one of the things that Jada has over him, Will lost it and beat the shit out of Jada. I mean, beat the dog shit out of her. That so bad that they had to make a makeshift hospital in their home so that it couldn't get out to the public. So that pain of Will seeing Jada fucking Mark Anthony on their couch in their home, right? Because he know they were already fucking on the set. This is fact. He just couldn't take it, and he whipped her ass so much that she had to get face surgery and everything. If you look at her face, you could see where she had surgery around her cheeks and all that stuff. So Will don't want that to get out there. This is another thing.
How did you find out about it?
I talked to Will. Will was a basket case. Will was a damn basket case. Like I told you, his lover, Dwayne Martin, and anybody can see it on the records. That club was owned by Will. That's what I'm saying. These private investigators brought me everything to support what I am saying. So that lounge Dwayne Martin said it was owned by Will. Will brought him that. The Bentley, Will brought him that. The home he lived in, Will gave him the money. Boom. Some of the roles that Dwayne Martin.
Ladies and gentlemen, a mega announcement, a major announcement. The icon that is Snoop Dogg is off the marijuana, is off the weed, is actually off the smoke, was what was announced. After deep consideration with his family, with his close family, he decided to give up the smoke, was his exact terminology. God bless that man. God bless the legend, Snoop Dogg. I wish him all the best, and his family. And bravo. He runs it. Snoop, sometimes you got to say to yourself, you run it. It doesn't run you. And that man runs that game. It doesn't run him. So I wish him all the best. And no doubt he's got it. He was in the Black 4G a few weeks ago, and he had an amazing show in Ireland. And he put on an amazing show, and we smoked a little bit after it. And God bless him, what an icon. I'm actually interested now that I'm just thinking of it. Is he off? He's off the smoke was the term used. Is he off? Does that mean edibles, THC edibles, maybe oils, maybe drops? Maybe he will look to wean off all of that over time. What is the approach, or is it that just a thing? That's what I would if I were to say I'm off the smoke, it means I'm off the weed, I'm off the marijuana in all forms. But either way, if it is the smoke, just the smoke, that's the way anyway, because carcinogenics into the chest, no matter what it is a no. And I'm off it now a few weeks here in the Middle East, and I'm feeling so much better for it. I've had pockets of difficulty with it, but what type of athlete, what type of human being trying to get the best of themselves would inhale carcinogenics into their chest cavity? It's stupidity is what it is. And you just had to say it to yourself, do you run it or does it run you? And I fucking run it. So I did delve it a few weeks back, and I feel all the better for it, albeit a few pockets of difficulty, but when you stick with it and, begin to get the better of it, you're a different human being. And bravo, Snoop. I wish you all the best. And I wonder, is it the smoke? Is he still on edibles? Is he still on drops? There's a lot of ways to get it these days. I wonder, would he maybe move to that for a brief time and then all the way off? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. God bless him. Legend, living legend, icon. Snoop Dogg is off the smoke. God bless you, Snoop. We don't want smoke. Yeah, no more smoke. Peace and love is what we're after, not the smoke, yeah? We're about peace. We're about love. We're about family. We're about health. We're about happiness. It's the new death row, baby. We're living till we're 100 plus in this bitch. God bless you, Snoop. I'm on the boat with you, and it's a motherfucking yacht. Let's go.